We get an early start Friday morning and load up our gear. Our Mexico mission team members this year are Bella Chung, Karen and Zena Omajola, John and Carol Johnson, Sarah Panariso, and Pastor Diane. As we pray together, we remember that many are praying for us as we go on this mission. Time to head out. After 6 hours in the car, we get to stretch our legs at the beach in La Jolla. We munch at our can't-miss dinner spot, Don Carlos Taco Shop. Que bueno! After dinner, we visit the beautiful La Jolla Cove Beach and watch some sea lions playing in the waves. We enjoy some gelato before heading to our hotel. "6:30 a.m. Saturday morning, we get our breakfast. All the Amor 3-day mission trip partners are here now. Katrina and Forrest from Amor Ministries let us know what will be happening. Though we come together to build homes for families in Mexico, Forrest reminds us that even more important, we are there to build relationships.
What we are about is building relationships. We want to build relationships with this family that we're serving. We want to build relationships with the local church and help facilitate relationships being built between the pastor and the community that we're serving. And we want you guys to build relationships with each other.
We get on the bus and head for Mexico. We arrive at the Amor Ministries camp, Hacienda Amor. We gather our gear and settle into our tents. This year, we partner with a Covenant Church group from Modesto, California. Every year there are challenges that come up as we build together. This year, our work site is more inland, closer to Tecate. It is a lot warmer than other years and very windy. Our next challenge is that we can't get to our set of tools, which are locked in a shed, so we start sorting the wood into piles for the roof and the walls. Everybody helps out. As we wait to get the tools, we take an early lunch break. We have been delayed, but now we have our tools and we can get to work. We start to saw the boards we marked earlier.
This is so much better. I love it.
Now we hammer those boards together to make our wall. One of 7 walls that will frame this house, which is 11 by 22 feet. Our teammates from Modesto make good progress on their walls too. The roof sections are finished and ready for tomorrow when we put them all together. Our second workday, we are up bright and early to pack our lunches and get a hot breakfast. Most years, our work bus is a rickety old school bus. This year, we are riding in style in a Mercedes. We start each day at the work site with our devotions. Psalm 91 reminds us that God is our shelter, our fortress and refuge, in whom we trust. Today we arrived at the work site earlier while the temperature was still a little cooler, but it was getting hot very quickly, so we prayed for the wind to return, and it did. Some work on sifting the sand for the stucco. Karen and Sarah prepare the felt paper for the walls. Others are building the last wall sections. We are ready to get these walls together so that the house can begin to take shape. We work as a team with Forrest guiding us. The sections go in place one by one. And now it's time for lots of hammering. Sometimes even dueling hammers. The walls are secured to the foundation and each other. So now it's time to raise the roof. We get to work attaching the baling wire, which will hold up the felt paper. Tomorrow we will attach the chicken wire, which will hold the stucco on the walls. Above us, the roofing team members are making good progress. The heat has taken a toll on us today. We are really worn out when we get back to camp. But tonight, we get a special treat that revives us. We feel right at home when a Las Vegas-style jazz band performs for us during dinner. Next, a talented mariachi band serenades us. Then the dancers were fantastic as they shared traditional dances. They were so fun and encouraged us to join them. Being at the work site can get pretty hectic, so it's nice to take some time early at the camp to appreciate the peace and quiet. We get our lunches made, then get on the bus for our last day at work. When we arrive, we walk over to the work site since the bus has a hard time on this hill. We have one last chance to shop. Then we have devotions inside the house today before we get to work. We only have a few hours to do as much as we can before we have to leave today, putting in the door and windows. Getting the chicken wire on and finishing the roof. We built a house for the Aceves Linares family, Jose and Hadira and their daughter Angela. We didn't get to meet them, but their mother joined us for prayer and dedication of the home. To fulfill God's love, we have done as much as we can to give her family a home.
What was your favorite part about the trip?
My favorite part is probably building relationships. Forrest, who's one of the Amor guys here, he talked to us right at the very beginning about how important relationships are, and I feel like that was really my favorite part of this trip is building relationships, with new people. Okay, so what did you think of Pastor Diane, and this being her 18th trip?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think Pastor Diane is a ninja warrior. That woman can do anything and everything. She can put up a wall like nobody's business. She can hammer here, she can saw, she can do the stucco, she can do the barbed wire, she can do windows, she's on the roof. I mean, she's awesome. She amazes me. So what are your thoughts on Pastor Diane and this being her 18th trip?
I mean, that's so crazy and admirable to me. I can't even imagine doing that many trips, but then again, it's like, wow, this is already my 5th trip. But I mean, she works hard every time. She's a really has a lot of experience, and that's super helpful and advantageous for us, when we're at the work site. So I mean, applause for her. That's really awesome, and I mean, I just think we should keep going as long as we can, together. And
Forrest talked about how important building relationships is for us. We missed building the relationship with our family whose house we built, though we did get to meet their mother. Getting to know our teammates, which is always such a blessing, became even more special this year. Each year, going on the Mexico mission trip is a new adventure. We know some of what to expect, but each year is unique. This year was one of the most physically challenging, but I became especially aware of how blessed we are by each other and how God is doing something in us and through us to make a better life for our family.